Hey everybody, it's Max J. Miller, co-author with Robert Hollis of the upcoming How Is That Working? Well, I hope you're all stuffed with turkey. It's the day after Thanksgiving. A lot of people are out there buying up the great deals. And I have been doing so much research just lately to see, to look right now. I did this a couple of years ago when I began to write this book, but I'm looking at the books that'll probably share shelf space with our book. And it's amazing the consistency of the theme. All kinds of different styles and approaches to what people are talking about in this arena of small business and entrepreneurship and starting your own business. But a lot of the consistent theme that what I keep seeing is people emphasizing how what makes or breaks a successful business is how tuned in the entrepreneur can be to the felt needs of his or her audience. And, you know, I shared a little bit about this yesterday, but I've had some more thoughts about it. And I really think that this is really the heart and soul of the training that Robert offers, but Robert and I have packaged into this book, and is definitely in the community of the Unlimited Profits University community that follows on this, and that is that there is a mindset of an entrepreneur that works, and Robert has really mastered that mindset, but he's mastered imparting that to others, and the ways that an employee thinks, very often it's just a natural process of how we tend to sometimes think as employees, doesn't cut it in the world of the business owner, and it's just not sufficient, and there's an expansion that's required, and it has to do with really recognizing that you are there to serve someone and to meet their needs and to take away their pain and to make them happy and so forth, and that's the customer. And so, you know, I'm wrestling with this right now. I mean, even though I've written this book with Robert and we emphasize that so well, I'm actually wrestling myself with actually being in the world of my customers and the people who we think, you know, will get value out of this book, to really address everything that I share to those felt needs. And the one thing that comes across, I think, in this book really strong, that I really want to emphasize, is that there's a cautionary tale in here, and there is an emphasis on this huge change that's happening in the marketplace right now. You know, the future of business is not going to look like it's looked for the last 50 years. There's a phenomenon, a wellspring, just this sea change of entrepreneurship happening, and it's happening in corporations and it's happening outside. More and more outsourcing. Individuals who can do something well or get it done are taking work from companies that used to go to their own employees. And outsourcing we've just hit the tip of the iceberg. The new entrepreneurs, what's a really common theme amongst these books that are out there right now talking about this new whole wave of entrepreneurs, they're outsourcing. They're getting things done by a network of talent and skills out there, individuals who are, they're calling it solopreneurs, people who are, you know, basically doing with one business with one employee what businesses with 50 or 100 employees once did, because they're outsourcing everything that can be outsourced, and they're getting a better product, they're getting better quality for it. But it's demanding that people understand how to think like an entrepreneur. And so this book does such a great job, Robert has done such a great job of imparting that mindset to people and the psychology of that to people. And if if you want to be prepared for this coming, sea change that's happening in all of business, and I believe it's a global phenomenon, not just a U.S. phenomenon. You really want to be prepared for that, because if you don't adapt, you're not going to be very happy when this is all happening. I mean, just people who don't adapt to this are just going to find their opportunities reduced to the point where they can't really survive and thrive. And so there's a saying that W. Edwards Deming said, the quality expert and guru. He said, it's not necessary to change, for survival is not mandatory. And it really hits home, because I think if people don't understand what's happening here, if they don't begin to learn to think like an entrepreneur and to think like somebody who has clients and is in service of clients, whether you stay in the corporate world or whether you start your own business, I think that you're going to be left in a very painful situation in years to come, and maybe not even that far out. And if you listen to what the analysts are saying about the kind of unemployment that we've had for a couple of decades now, what's been happening is this whole sea change has been happening, and people are getting lost in the shuffle already. And so I really want to encourage you to, when the book gets out, get it, but to get involved with, Unlimited Profits University. Remember, you can always go to raiseambitions.com, and it'll take you to my entry portal to Unlimited Profits University. And, start to educate yourself about that. Be prepared, because the future is going to come and smack us upside the head if we're not prepared for this. So, sorry to lower the boom. Hope you'll find that actually inspiring and encouraging rather than frightening or discouraging. And keep telling your story. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye for now.